Right guys, so it's early morning here of Monday. I just got back from a jog, took a shower, and now I'm gonna spit some motivation for you guys. Boo boo boo. Hey, what's up Kaiju Pack? It's your boy KaijuKong, emerging from the depths of sweet solitude to bring you some more Sigma, soul, sustenance. Alright, Monday. Irregardless of the fact whether you're working in a hierarchy or you're working in a side hustle, whether your jobs have opened up and started accepting you, you still gotta work to provide for your family, to provide even for yourself, or to go further into the future and think about building the financial base for your total freedom and total independence. But life is not a bed of roses. It is tough. You gotta grind, and sometimes you feel like you're going through hell. How do you motivate yourself to go one step further, to give better work on a consistent basis? Well, I'm gonna teach you my technique. As I mentioned in a video I did a couple of weeks ago, the number one muscle that makes an alpha is not his abs, not his pecs, not his traps, not his shoulders, not his biceps. It's his mind. His mentality makes him go further. His mentality makes him competitive. Because you see many alphas around the world, there are many examples. They're not even buff, they're scrawny, but they're at the top spot because they have a good mentality. They are strong-willed. So I'm going to teach you my technique. Imagine, metaphorically, that your mind runs like a car engine, like pistons going up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. The thing is, a piston goes up and down, so you use negative forces and they're positive forces. What happens with a piston? You use the negative force to pull the fuel in from the intake valve. You pull the fuel in, so it's a cylinder, you pull the fuel in, the fuel is compressed, and then the spark plug ignites it, piston goes back out. As soon as it's compressed, it goes through the exhaust valve, and the exhaust goes out the car. So the process repeats again. Pulls it in, negative energy, positive energy, boom, ignite that fuel. Piston is pushed back, negative energy, positive energy, pull it back in, exhaust valve excretes the exhaust. So it's the same. Positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative. And that is how the car runs. That's what gives it power. Imagine you run on that. So what am I saying? What is a negative and what is a positive? Well, the negative, first of all, is what pain are you running from? Because you're going through hell already. You're experiencing the pain. You're experiencing the anguish. Don't run from it. Relish it. Cherish it. Feel it. Feel the pain. As one person said, I think it was Eric Thomas, if you're going through hell, keep going. Why stop and stay in hell? Just keep walking and walking, going through hell, go through hell, go through hell in order to get out of hell. Cherish that pain, feel the pain, know exactly what you're running from, know exactly what you're escaping from, what you don't like to stay in, what you don't like to happen to you in your life. Like, let's say, if you're working out, if you are getting into your fitness journey, what pain are you running from? You don't want to be fat because you don't want other people thinking weird of you. You don't like that the girls in the future that you want to date not even giving you a second glance, thinking that you're below them, other people not taking you seriously, which can suffer your future business deals, which can suffer your future relationships. Know exactly the pain that you're going to feel and know the pain that you're running from. So that's a negative. Then the positive is what glory and happiness awaits you as a result of you going through and doing the work. What is the heaven on the other side? So the negative is what hell are you running from and what hell are you escaping from, and the positive is what is the heaven on the other side that awaits you. But the thing is, often the negative is more compelling because that is what you have been through and that is what you're experiencing. You know for a fact, through first-hand experience, how painful it is. So sometimes the negative is often more compelling as a reason, as fuel to push you forward. Because heaven, you can always imagine like, oh yeah, I want total freedom, I want financial independence, but you don't exactly know what it tastes like. So you can't really imagine. It's not as compelling, it's not as concrete in your mind. So use both negative and positive, negative and positive. When you exhaust the negative fuel and it doesn't work anymore, use the positive. And when the positive doesn't work, use the negative again. And then aside from what you're running from and what you're going towards, use also social input from others. The negative is when people doubt you, when the haters hate. Don't ignore the haters, don't ignore the doubters. Use them as pain, use them, cherish them. Don't be crushed by the negativity. Use it. Use it to go one step further. Use it to be like, fuck that, prove them wrong. Like, yeah, that's what you think about me? Yeah, we'll see in a couple of years' time. Let's see who's gonna come out on the top. and then go and work in your hustle. Go in solitude, go in secrecy, and work until your results and your goals are too big to hide. And when people see where you've reached in the end, when you're at the top where you want to be, total freedom, total independence, and they're still working in the rat race, then even if you don't have to say anything to them, you feel a sense of accomplishment that, you know, as they say, success is the best revenge. And you can even use like ex-girlfriends who ditched you for, let's say, the bigger, better deal. They thought that you were nothing. They thought that you were below them. Yeah, whatever. Let's see who comes out on the top. Let's see if your boyfriend is going to amount to the same as I will in a few years. And then when they see you one day, big, good physique, good mentality, good job, or good side hustle, and you're working by yourself, and you're rich, you're happy, you have a smile on the face, you carry yourself with pride, you're going to regret. And that's going to feel a little bit accomplishing in your head, in the back of your head, without you even having to totally say anything. Because you see, social media, people actually watch what you're doing. People see your progress, even if they don't comment, even if they don't say anything. They're there, they're watching what you're doing. Some of the haters, they're just there. They don't even follow you, but they're just there. They just watch you every now and then. They watch your stories, they watch what they watch your progress. So that's the negative. What's the positive? Do it. Also, use what the people that believed in you, the people that cared for you, the people who invested in you, work and grind to prove them right. They deserve it. Because the haters and the doubters doubted and hated, and yet these people cared for you. They believed in you. They invested in you. They give you advice. They believed in you. They believed in your future potential. Prove them right. Don't prove them wrong. Don't let them down. You know, it's your family, close friends. Prove them right, that you were a worthy investment. So that's a positive. So as you see, guys, everything exists in positive and negative, positive and negative. When you kick, like in Taekwondo, when you kick, or MMA, when you kick, you don't just rightly kick, guys. You sometimes see them pull back a bit, twist their hips, and then they kick. So before the launch forward, you gotta go backward. Same thing, like I'll demonstrate with you. Even with archery, guys, you see? The arrow is not just going to launch forward itself. You got to pull back the string. So sometimes when you're going through the grind, use the negative energy, even if it's negative, but sometimes you got to see it as you're being pulled backward for your later forward success. As you can see, guys, look, you see, before you pull back, and then see how powerful that is? The more negative energy that you use and that you cherish and that you hold in and use properly, the more powerful your forward motion will become. So same thing, guys. Imagine that metaphorically you have pistons. You have a car engine in your head that works like pistons. Negative energy, positive energy, negative energy, positive energy. And use that. Keep moving forward, guys. So that's the message of the day. That's how I stay motivated. I use all different sources of fuel. I use the negative and I use the positive, like yin and yang. So, like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. This is the channel for the powerful Sigma males, the Kaiju pack. KaijuKong out. Keep leveling up, Kaiju.